Payne Stewart was a pro golfer, died in plane, lost cabin pressure, and then crashed back in October of 1999. A long time ago. He was always a character, both on the course and off the course. But he wasn't always a Christian. He battled alcoholism. He struggled in his dealing with other people. A lot of people didn't like Payne Stewart before he met the Lord. About a year before he died, Payne Stewart began telling the world about a transformation that had taken place in his life. And according to his friends, the one thing that sparked his interest in the Lord, that led to him trusting Jesus, was his children's involvement in their church, preschool, and academy. That should convict us all. They were involved at First Baptist Church's Academy in Orlando. And their involvement there influenced Payne Stewart, helped him recognize his need for Christ. And after he accepted the Lord, Payne Stewart had the very best year of his career on tour. He was third on the money list. Had 2 wins, including the U.S. Open in Pinehurst. The day after he died, his friend and fellow golf champion, Lee Jansen, stated in an interview that of all his accomplishments, Payne most of all wanted people to know about his salvation. After he won the U.S. Open that year, Payne was identified not only by his trademark knickers and tam, by a simple rubber bracelet he wore with the letters WWJD. Remember those? What would Jesus do? The secular media talked about Payne being a good man, giving examples like how just weeks before his death he gave $500,000 to his church in Orlando. Without exception, all of his colleagues said that he was definitely a changed man, a man at peace. The broadcast of his funeral have a lasting effect. It still gets replayed from time to time. Every person who attended that funeral received one of those WWJD bracelets. And as they walked out of that church, it was so encouraging to see people with Hindu and Buddhist backgrounds, people who had no faith that they claimed whatsoever, wearing those bracelets. He had witnessed to them even after his death. It was sad for the world. But it's a comfort to know that Payne Stewart had God as first and foremost in his life, even if it was late in his time on earth. Oh, what a tragedy it would have been if Payne Stewart had died without Jesus. But oh, how God used his life and his death to reach many souls. Many of them would never have gone into a church except for his death that drew them there for his funeral. And they heard the gospel presented in a clear, strong way.